From your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
All right, we are back on Big Country Politics again with Congressman Jody Arrington joining us here. I want to talk to you about the latest on the Farm Bill. Where does that stand? I know you're supporting a Farm Bill.
Look, I'm on the Ag Committee. There was nothing more important for our district outside of the B-21 and basing that here at Dyess and in Abilene than restoring cotton to the safety net of the Farm Bill. That's Title I. We've done it. It's permanent, and it's better. It's not only protecting cotton from a lint perspective, but also as a seed. The cotton seed is about 30% of the value of cotton. So we fixed it, and it's better. It's improved. The safety net, people need to understand, is important to the stability of our ag economy. There are trade inequities. I mean, China subsidizes their farmers. There are risks throughout the global marketplace and tremendous volatility in weather. So you got to have, I mean, we're experiencing a terrible drought right now. If you don't have a safety net, you're going to depend on other countries for your food. If that is not a great position from a national security perspective, and it's certainly a terrible outcome when it comes to rural economies like District 19 in West Texas. So I don't think there was anything more important than getting the cotton fix in the Farm Bill and getting a Farm Bill that's good and solid on the safety net side, rural investment like health care. Look, half of the rural communities in this country, or almost half, don't have access to high-speed internet. There was a time when that was said about rural communities with respect to electricity.
Yeah.
So this is the new rural electrification, except for it's closing the digital divide between urban and suburban and these small towns. What do these small towns mean? They mean food, fuel, and fiber for the country. So we're making those investments in the Farm Bill. And then, I think as important as anything in the Farm Bill, we are changing our welfare policies to say if you're able to work, not if you're elderly and disabled, but if you're an able-bodied adult and you're receiving food stamps or government assistance, we expect you to work. And I think that's good for the soul of this country. I think it's good for the recipient because we want them to be the best they can be with their God-given talents. And we have high hopes and expectations of them. We should. But I think it's also the fact that you've got 7 million surplus jobs. And in this country, you have about the same, ironically, 7 million able-bodied male adults from 20 to 50, prime working age, on the sidelines. We need them off the sidelines. We need them in the marketplace, doing good for their communities, for this economy, for their family, for themselves.
Well, and you talked a little bit about the volatility of the cotton market. It seems like we're doing stories. We check on them every once in a while, and it's really rare. I don't want to say rare, but you know, they're either too much rain, not enough rain. It's so, you know, it's got to be stressful to be a farmer, is what I'm saying. And then there was the new study about suicide rates among farmers. I'm not sure if you saw that.
Yeah. Look, it's like I said, the last 3 years since the 2014 Farm Bill, farm income has been cut in half. We haven't seen a decline like that since the Great Depression. Look, this is their livelihood. This is their identity. Some people have had their farming operation in the family for multiple generations. It's a lot of pressure on these guys, and they get highly leveraged. They're always, it's a huge risk because of all the debt that they take on. You have a couple bad years, you're a cotton farmer and don't have the safety net to back you up. I mean, it's no surprise to me that you do have higher suicide rates, you know, when times are tough like this. And again, I think the best thing we could do is get a good Farm Bill, fix that safety net hole where cotton was. We've done that, and keep supporting our rural communities. We've done that. The Senate passed their version of the Farm Bill yesterday. So we now are going to go to conference committee. That means the House and Senate get together, bang away at a compromise bill, and get it to the president. September 30th is a due date. We're ahead of schedule.
Wow.
And so I'm feeling good about us getting a Farm Bill on time. That's going to be huge for West Texas and for this economy and for the future prosperity of this region.
And maybe even younger farmers going into the business. So much more to talk about on this subject, but before we run out of time, I want to talk about immigration. I mean, Dias was...
You mean that non-controversial subject that we all agree on?
That's right. Well, you know, Dias was on the list to house kids, and that was such a you know, a boiling point for people. Talk about that.
Well, I don't think Dias should be a place to detain people during the process of determining whether or not they're here lawfully. I think you've got one mission for the defense and national security apparatus, the military, and that's to defend our nation. That's to, as they say, break things and kill people. That's what they do. Don't distract them from that mission, ever, on any issue.
I hadn't heard that, yeah.
Okay? So those guys are trained to defend us, and that's their mission. It's the most important mission that we have as a federal government. Now, we have Border Patrol agents, we have ICE agents, we have a whole nother operation in the federal government. There are plenty of places to detain folks who are here illegally without having to distract from our military mission of providing for a common defense. So we need to get off that, in my opinion. That's been my position all along. But we need more detention facilities because the past administration, their solution to this and to keeping parents and families together was to catch and release. And 50% of the time, at least, folks did not show up for the deportation hearing. So we have a de facto, or have had a de facto, open border and amnesty policy in this country. People don't begrudge folks who want to come to this country and be Americans and have an opportunity. We're all sons and daughters of immigrants. You can't separate the immigrant story from the story of America, but we want respect for rule of law. We want borders that are secure. We want to have an idea of who's coming, and that the right people are going to be Americans to contribute to the future greatness of this country. That's all this is about to me. Yeah, I want to keep parents and kids together for sure. But by Donald Trump just enforcing the law, and not doing catch and release, he's highlighted another broken part of the immigration system. You can't detain kids for more than 20 days. Who has to fix that? Not the president. Article 1 says the laws are created by Congress, the will of the people, not by the executive. He's not king any more than Obama was. So this puts pressure on Congress to fix it. I want to fix it. But I want to fix it by providing more detention facilities so we don't have to catch and release. I want to fix it by doubling down on deportation judges so we don't have this drag out forever. Look, if they're here lawfully, God bless them. If they're not, we need to deport them with their kids back to their country of origin. And then people need to get in line and go through the regular process for becoming an American citizen. It's real simple for me. But it's not the president's fault. People can get all up in arms about it. It's the United States Congress has to fix that broken part, just like they have to fix the asylum laws that actually act as an incentive for people to come to this country. 80% or more of the kids coming here aren't coming with their parents. They're a passport to some drug cartel deal. They're being trafficked here, probably with, in some cases, if not most cases, somebody wanting to do something bad or with some criminal intent. I mean, if you're fleeing for your life, which is what asylum means, you're seeking asylum because you fear for your life of your family. If you come from a place like that, you don't mind getting food and shelter and being taken care of while you're being processed. If you do, maybe you were coming over here for some other reason because every day you were risking your life in your country. So I think we need to fix it, but I think we need to take a deep breath and say, this president's trying to do the job we've hired him to do, and that is when he swore to uphold what? The laws of the land and the Constitution. So if we need to change things, and we do, Congress needs to. I voted on a bill that would fix this. Didn't get one Democrat vote. So I can at least say I'm taking votes and I'm leaning in to try to fix this problem. I'm not sure that some don't like this to be hanging out there as a political issue as we go into the midterm elections. So I'm not trying to say disparage all my Democrat colleagues, but I'm just saying we don't need to make this a political issue. We need to solve it first for the American people, also for the DACA folks to give them peace of mind, and then let's move on as a country and quit this nonsense of having open borders, because it's not healthy, it's not safe, and we're spending $100 billion on folks who are here illegally. Last time I checked, we were bankrupt as a country at $21 trillion in debt. Last time I checked, Social Security and Medicare were going to run out in 15 years. We can't afford services for our own people. So let's get this thing worked out so we have legal immigration and a new legal community of immigrants who are hungry for freedom and opportunity. I'm all for that, every day, all day.
All right, we're out of time. Thank you for joining us again on Big Country Politics.
Good to be with you, man.
All right, we'll be back.